Greetings, I'm Barrett, and welcome to Meet Me at the Table. Today, we're going to continue our playthrough of Wild Ascent. We're going through the Prologue campaign. This has been an absolute blast. We've seen some really cool creatures and some really cool characters. We're going to continue playing with Zaxos, Fanny, and Iliathena, and in this one, we're actually going to meet the fourth and final person for our group. It's going to be Berlin, and you're going to meet him very soon. We're going to read through the intro to this actual campaign mission, and then go through the entire game. It's going to be sweet. I'm super excited. We're going to also face some new monsters, so we'll see how those go. I think that's one of my favorite things, is seeing what these new monsters do that I've never encountered before in this game. If you're excited to see if our characters can make it through, I believe, one of the last adventures in this campaign, then I need you to meet me at the table. When last we met our brave adventurers, they were doing a scuffle in the streets of the town. They were arguing over, or not arguing, but Iliathena was trying to steal from Zaxos, and she was kind of caught red-handed. But of course, then the bounty hunters came out of nowhere, and were able to defeat them. We're going to continue now and see what happens in Freedom in Chains. Zaxos looked at Iliathena from head to toe. "You are an unlucky thief, but your skills in battle cannot be questioned," he said. "You should come with us to the wilds." Iliathena furrowed her brow. "You want me to become a seeker?" she said slowly. She turned her head slightly to the left, pondering Zaxos' offer. "That's insane, but it could work." "So be it," Zaxos said. "Come, we shall take you to the compound." Zaxos and Fanny led Iliathena into the Seeker's compound and straight to the Oath Keepers, who administered the Seeker's Oath. Iliathena left the enclosure, gingerly rubbing her new tattoo. She looked at Zaxos and Fanny, who were waiting for her like proud parents, and was immediately filled with revulsion. "I will go with you to the wilds, but that does not make us friends," she said harshly. Zaxos and Fanny followed Iliathena out, underrated by her abrasiveness. As soon as they exited the compound, Iliathena spotted a squad of Silverstream guards questioning people in the markets. "I know where you can hide," Zaxos said. He gestured to Fanny and Iliathena, and the three of them ran down a nearby street. When they finally reached their destination, Iliathena gasped. "You want me to hide in the arena?" she growled under her breath. "That's where the guards want to take me." Fanny put her hand on Iliathena's shoulder. "If this is where they wish to imprison you, it's the last place they'll look." Iliathena considered leaving, but instead nodded in agreement. She slipped into the atrium behind Zaxos and Fanny and followed them to their seats, careful to avoid the eyes of any guards. Zaxos had purchased tickets close to the front row, which was thankfully not sold out. Iliathena took a seat next to Fanny and glowered at the actual ticket owner when he arrived, who wisely took a different seat. She took a no-so-subtle glance at the owner's box, sighing with relief when she saw Barclay was not there. She relaxed a bit and was almost enjoying herself. Zaxos and Fanny's jubilation was increasingly infectious. They picked their favorites, immediately cheering at winners and losers alike. When the final match was announced, Iliathena wondered if they would enjoy it as much as the others. It was a one trope against 4 creatures, and the one trope consisted of a single gladiator. Iliathena had seen this sort of match countless times before, and it always ended the same way. She didn't know who short-bearded man had slighted, but she knew his time had come. "He's a dead man," she said to Fanny, with a hint of jest. To her shock, Fanny responded by leaping over the wall and into the arena below. Zaxos was shocked as Iliathena, as his new girlfriend, leapt into the arena. He grabbed the elf by the collar and pulled her so close she could smell the sweat on his body. "What'd you say to her?" he yelled so he could be heard over the crowd. "I told her the dwarf was a dead man," she said. "How was I supposed to know she was as suicidal?" Zaxos let go of Iliathena and then leapt into the arena after Fanny. Iliathena sat alone among the crowd of people, her body frozen, unable to figure out what she should do. In the arena, Zaxos, Fanny, joined the bearded human, who carried a torch that shot fire. He raised his goggles and greeted them jovially. "Welcome to Team Birlin, whoever you are." Birlin, Fanny, Zaxos, Iliathino must slay all 4 creatures to win. If the Seekers are downed, the players lose. That is our objective. There are some special effects. Battle Cry is unlocked for Zaxos, Daughter of the Wild is unlocked for Fanny, Luck of the Elves is unlocked for Iliathina, and Holy Mist is unlocked for Birlin for this encounter. Do not place creatures or Seekers except Birlin at the beginning of the encounter. The first creature whose instinct card is drawn is placed on 1 on the map and activates. This continues for 2 through 4. Each time a creature's instinct card is drawn for the first time after the 2 creature activates, place Fanny in the red X and activate her. Do the same for 3 creature and Zaxos. Then Iliathina should be placed. Roll an attack die. On a success, she is placed and activates. Otherwise, try again after the next creature activates. This is really cool. This is going to be really thematic. I'm super excited for this. I want to show you a picture of the map setup here. So this is where our first creature is going to come, then second, third, and fourth in that order. This is where, of course, Birlin will start, and then our characters are going to jump into this X spot as we go once we start drawing these creatures. This is going to be really, really cool. I'm excited to just see people just keep jumping into this arena. It's going to be so much fun. Before we move into the actual play of the game, I want to show you Birlin's card here. He's got 18 health. He only moves 3 spaces, but he's got 2 defense in both places thanks to a little bit of the armor he's wearing. He's got 2 range, and he's got 4 damage, but notice the little arrow symbols here, the like swingy things here. That indicates magic damage. So he'll be using this stat on the enemies for defense instead of this one, which we've been using so far all the time. He also gets to roll 2 extra dice, and he's got 2 passive powers here. Recalculation on attack may reroll 1 or more attack dice once. The second result must be used. He has Fire Stream. Birlin's attack assigns 2 damage to enemies adjacent to his target. So it's kind of like this exploding fireball type thing, which is pretty cool. He also has unlocked Holy Mist, which allows him right here to, on each special, heal self for 2. Of course, he has to roll that special in order for this to activate, but it is active and ready to go. And it kind of is a passive power. It's basically it's activated when you roll a special, as opposed to these type, which means he would have to use his action to do it. Here's his miniature. We have painted him all up. He's kind of got this armor thing going on here a little bit. He's got this orange beard. He's kind of got those little goggles. He's got this weird contraption coming out of his back. I just kind of painted it up like copper and silver and gold and stuff. And then he's got his little fire staff here that's going to be shooting out fire. I think it'll be kind of cool. All right, we'll place him down on the board. We'll place him down right here, right in the middle of the action. Then we are going to place down our terrain. There is no enemies that we're going to be placing down, and these pillars are purely just for show. These do not block anything. The only terrain that's going to block anything is going to be what's going to be in this deck. So we're going to give this deck a good old little truffle shuffle here and draw out a couple pieces and see what we find. There is one that's going to be placed in each quadrant of this board, so I'll start up there. Our first one is going to be 3. That's going to be full cover. It's going to be this thing. I totally forgot we're going to be playing on the arena side of the map, and so, well, actually I didn't even know. And so we're going to be putting down these. I don't have them painted up yet. We have the ones for the outside painted, but I don't have these. I'm sorry. We're just going to keep on going, though. It'll be just fine. I'm going to place that full cover right there. Then we'll draw another card. I have one that's going to be a partial cover, and that is going to be placed right here. The next one we're going to do is, we have to shuffle these back in. Remember, after we draw 2, we shuffle these all back in, and we draw the next ones and see what we get. So another truffle shuffle there. We got 2. It's another soft cover. We'll place that right there, and I bet the other ones will be placed right here in a nice little combat order. We've got, what is that, 6? 6 is a pit. We'll put the pit right here. Don't want to fall in a pit. Pit's bad news. We'll put that right there. Don't want to be pushed into a pit. Those are all placed. We're all set to go. I know these are a little off camera, but that's okay. We'll be zooming in, of course, as we play, and you'll see where everything goes. And just for your clarification, the first monster is going to be placed down right here. I'm just going to put that token there to remind myself that that's where that monster is going to be placed. And if we come jumping in, we're going to come jumping in right there. So I'm just placing that there for now. You know what? I'm going to use a die. That way I can remember it. I'll put that right there. I'm going to place his health on 18, which is going to be right down here. It might be a little off camera, but it's right there. I am going to place our other character's health out there, even though they're not on the map yet, just so we have it done. I'll place him at 30, her at 22, and her at 26. I have the enemies as well. We'll place theirs out, even though they're not on the board yet too, but it's good to do. We have our Lava Fiend at 10. We have our Wildflower at 15. We have our Exalted Effigy at 14, and we have this horned golem at 17. So our characters are a lot more powerful than these, but remember, we're not on the board yet, and these are going to start activating and attacking, so it's going to be really cool. I'm kind of excited for this. It'll be kind of fun. Let's take a look at our enemies real quick. If you joined my last live painting episode, you saw us go ahead and get a couple of these ready. So you saw how some of these are painted up, and you kind of got a glimpse into what I was thinking about doing in the future. We have our Lava Fiend. He's right here. We had him all painted up. This is one of the ones we did on the stream that we did earlier this week. And we have our horned golem here. Sorry, we did this one as well on the stream. These I had already painted up and are ready to go. This is our Exalted Effigy. He is ready to go. He's got some cool looking crystals that he's coming out of or something. I don't really know what the deal is. We'll see how that goes. And then we have our Wildflower as well. He's right here. He's got these he's got these eye stalks on him, which is kind of cool. But he's very green. He's a very plant-like creature. He's ready to go as well. We have all of their cards like this. I don't have any idea what any of these cards are going to do. We're going to take all 4 of these, mix them together with a good old truffle shuffle here, and then we're going to draw one to start the encounter and see which one of these are going to go first. Because this could be pretty interesting. If I draw one that's really devastating, that could be a pretty big hit right off the bat, and we'll be playing from behind at all times. So give these some more shuffling here, get them nice and good, because I don't want to have the same things being drawn for all these different characters and drawing cards everywhere. There we go. I think that's pretty good. That's pretty mixed up. I'd say it's mixed up. Everybody thinks it's mixed up, I hope. We'll slide these over here so we have them ready to go. And they all do a little bit different stuff. He's got a defensive power that says assign 1 damage to an adjacent attacker, so you want to try to hit him from afar. This one has nothing, but he has 5 defense. Actually, let me zoom in a little bit more on these cards. There, that's a little bit better. So he has 5 defense, but no magic damage. He might be a good target for our new character. And he's got magic, but no defense here. But of course, he's got a defense power that assigns him that 1 damage when adjacent to the attackers, like I said later. An Undying, on activation, heal self for 2. That's his deal. He's going to be healing himself all the time, and that is a passive power, so it's always going to happen. And on defense here, this one has Fearsome Flora. On defense, retaliate with physical attack. Range 2, base damage 2, 3 attack dice. Oh my gosh, that one's terrible. I might want to try to take him out. Remember, it's really kind of cool to try to target one of these things as fast as you can. But we don't get to target them specifically because, of course, we don't know which one's coming out. So we have this ready to go. Let's see what our first enemy that's going to come out. This is super, super cool. Are you ready? The first creature is going to be the Wildflower. So we kind of got lucky. This is the enemy with the lowest hit points. There's only 1 enemy on the board. It's got a careful advance up to 2 spaces because these are all level 1 creatures. They were not told to use anything different. It's going to do a magic attack of range 1 with 4 base dice and 2 attack dice. So let's go ahead and see if we can do that with our first enemy. Our first enemy will be placed right here. I'm going to place this tile where our second enemy is going to be so I don't forget it. It's up over there next to the full cover. We don't have to worry about that right now. This character is going to want to get into range 1 of this character by using a careful advance for 2. 1, 2 is about as close as that character's going to be able to get. It cannot get there. So it's going to be Berlin's turn now. So he gets to go. Let's see what he can do. He's going to move first. He's going to move over to there. At this point, he has a 2 range. So he's going to make a 2 range 4 damage attack, rolling 2 extra dice against this creature. Let's see how we got nothing. So he did at least 4 damage. That's one thing I like about this game. You at least do damage even if you don't roll well on the dice. Of course, I do have my recalculation power, so I'm going to roll these dice again. I get to do that once. I have to take this roll, though. Oh, wow, that's a way better roll. So I got my special, which means I'm able to heal myself for 2. That's not going to matter because I'm not hurt, but I did get a total of 6 magic damage. Our Wildflower here has no magic defense, so it's going to take 6 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, down to 9. After that damage has taken place, he does have that defensive power, which on defense, retaliate with a physical attack, range 2, base 2 damage, and 3 attack dice. And we are at range 2 because sadly the range of Berlin is 2, so I couldn't get away from this. So let's roll some dice to see what happens to Berlin on the defensive side of things. Hopefully not too much is going to happen to us. We do take 1, 2, 3 damage. He's got 2 defense, so he's only going to lose 1. He'll go from 18 down to 17. Sadly, he can't heal himself now. It'd be pretty nice if he could. We'll draw our next card and see who attacks. It's going to be our Exalted Effigy, so he comes on the board. Ally with the lowest HP or any missing hit points. Halt. Heal for 3. If all allies are already at full HP, assign 2 damage to all enemies. Remove all status effects from allies. Oh my gosh, he's going to be an absolutely monstrous healer. No, I don't know if there's a lot of targets right now. He does extra damage. This one wants to heal things, so I healed him, or damaged him quite a bit, but now he's going to heal for 3, and he's going to appear on the board. I'll place this guy on the board. This guy's pretty terrible if he can heal a lot of people. We'll place him right here. I'm going to move this token over to there. That's when our next character is going to jump out. He's going to heal him for, I should say, he's going to heal it for 2 damage. Is that what it is? He's going to heal it for 2. No, heal it for 3. Thank goodness these are all level 1. Heal it for 3. So it's going to go from 9 back up to 12 damage. At this point, Fanny jumps into the arena. She'll enter the board right here. I'm going to have her facing the right way. And at this point, I'm going to activate her. Before I do, he is standing next to this partial cover. I forgot about that. So he doesn't take any damage. He has 3 total damage because this gives you +1 to your defense. So he's still at his 18 health. He didn't take any damage from that attack, which is pretty cool. Fanny has an ability that allows her to attack at range 3. She has her Daughter of the Wilds active right now, which gives Fanny +1 range and sidestep, has +1 attack dice, and she has a 2 range with 4 damage. So at this point, I could choose, I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to use 1 move to turn, 3, 4, and then turn again for 5. That's going to be my 5 movement. And let's see here, turn, 1, 2, 3, turn again, 4. That's good enough. And I'm going to be able to shoot at this one, and it's outside of that defensive attack thing that he's got. And I am going to be able to see him because line of sight is center to center, and I know from all the hero clicks I've played that center to center right here, it's going to cross right on this corner, so that means that this will not block the line of sight. Let's roll up 1 die for her and see if she's able to do some extra damage. Come on, Fanny, 1 more damage. We can get it. No, we got nothing. That's okay. I did a total of 4. He's got no defense, so he'll go down. 1, 2, 3, 4 to right there. Let's draw our next AI card and see who's next. Oh, it's going to be the Horn Golem. I guess I did a pretty good job mixing these up. This one is going to target the person with the lowest hit points. It's not going to move, and it's going to do physical attack range X, where that means it can hit anything on the board. So it's going to just attack whoever's the lowest hit points, boom, just no doubt about it. Assign 0 base damage and 5 dice. So this is a sign. It's going to go straight through armor, and it says attack dice. Assign 3 damage to itself. Well, it's going to take 3 damage. Basically, it's picking part of itself off and throwing it is what it sounds like. That's pretty awesome. Let's place him on the board. So we'll place him right up here, and then we'll move this token to the next place something could come out, which is going to be right over there. He's then going to target Beryl in here because he has the least amount of hit points, and he's going to just attack, oh, I can't believe this, with 5 dice. So let's roll him up and see what happens. He's going to assign 5 dice. 1, 2, 3 damage. He doesn't have any special abilities that are going to fire off with this special, and that's totally fine. So Berlin's going to take 3. Can't do anything about it. 1, 2, 3 down to 15 health. At this point, Zaxos jumps in. He's going to jump in right here. This is pretty sweet. He's going to move 1, 2, 3 just like that. He gets to activate, and he's going to attack that Wildflower. Zaxos does have an ability called Battle Cry. If I wish to use it, it would apply a taunt to all enemies within range of 2. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to attack this creature and see how it goes here. I did a total of 2 plus 3 is 5 damage, and this character is now going to have the Maim attack, which gives him the special Fatigue, which makes him not be able to move. His speed is reduced by 2. So let's go ahead and damage this guy. Taking 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He is rounding the death curve here, and I do get to be attacked though. On defense, he's going to retaliate with a physical attack of range 2, with a base damage of 2 and an attack of 3 dice. So he's going to attack Zaxos with this defensive attack. Hopefully nothing happens. We'll see how it goes. I took 3 damage. I do have 2 defense, and I'm standing next to that partial cover, so I take no defense. I've got absolutely thrilled when I saw that partial cover come down where it did. Being all grouped together right here is amazing. I'm getting +1 defense with all my guys standing right next to that thing. Of course, the defense didn't help when the Horn Golem attacked here. Let's see here. What's next? The Wildflower. He's going to attack the enemy with the lowest amount of hit points. He's going to do a careful advance of 3. He's going to do a magic attack with range 2, and he's going to have 3 base dice with 4 attack dice on special times 2. He's going to lifesteal. Oh, wow, that's amazing. That's really cool power. Careful advance means that he's going to try to be in range. He's going to move up to the range. If he's already in range, he's going to try to back up so he can get to the farthest possible range. The range on this is 2. He's just going to move over 1 right there and attack the character with the lowest hit points, which is going to be him. This could potentially do 7 damage, which would be terrible, but it didn't. It only did 2 plus the 3 is going to be 5. And it's magic damage, and it didn't do its lifesteal because it needed 2 specials. Lucky for us, he has 2 magic defense. Now that does not help with the cover because the cover is only against physical attacks. He's still going to take a total of 3 damage because the creature did 3 plus 2 is 5. So you're going to take 2 damage, or 3 damage, 1, 2, 3. Wow, if I get my math right, there we go. He's on 12. At this point, all of my Seekers have gone. I don't have any left to go except for Iliathena. She's not on the board. So I'm not exactly sure how to do this. Do I just skip her turn and go to the next AI step? Or do I refresh all my guys and continue? I'm going to refresh them and start. Let me know in the comments below what you would do. That's just kind of how I would do it. Also, I'm using these tokens to remind myself who's gone and who hasn't, especially in this chaotic battle like this and people just jumping in and out. Once we kind of get into a rhythm here, we'll probably just be able to take these tokens off. But she hasn't even gotten in the fight yet. Come on, let's get in here. We're going to start with Birlin. I'm hoping that he can hit with that special and activate his healing ability. We're going to go against that one. It has a retaliate power, but it only has 3 health left. So if I can do enough damage to kill it, which I'm already going to do with my 4 magic damage, he's not going to be able to retaliate because he has to be around in order to actually make the retaliation. He has no way of stopping this attack. He has 0 of his healing here, or sorry, shields. I'm still going to roll 2 dice hoping for that special. We're just going to roll them right here. I did get my special, which means I do get to heal the 2 damage, bringing myself up to 14. And I'm going to remove one of our monsters from the board. Not too shabby. We took out 1 monster with only 3 of our guys. He's activated. He's done. Let's go draw our next AI card. We'll see if we can take out the next person. What's the Wildflower? Nothing's going to happen. I'm going to play on the harder difficulty in this battle, which means that when you draw a dead card in the AI stack here, you're going to draw another one until you can play. So we draw again another Wildflower, and we're going to keep going. We have found the Exalted Effigy, enemy with the lowest magical defense. Swift, careful, advanced 4, and it's going to magic attack, range 3, 5 base damage, and 2 attack dice. Oh my gosh, maybe I shouldn't have done the harder mode. This could be really bad. The lowest magical defense is going to be Fanny, so he's going to do everything in his power to try to get to her with a careful advance of 4, and it is swift, so he can move diagonal. Here comes our effigy, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, to right. He is in range at this point, and he's going to attack. We'll roll the dice up, and I got no extra hits, so I'm only going to take 5 damage. He's going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 21. I do also need to move him 1 more. The range was 3, not 4, so he's there where he's supposed to be at this point. It's going to be one of our turns. I think I'm going to activate Fanny. Fanny is going to fire right where she is as well because she has a 3 range attack. We'll roll up her die and see if she does good damage. Let's go and get him. Got the 1, so that means we did a total of 5. The Exalted Effigy has no defense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, bringing it down to 9. At this point, I get to do my little trick. Zaxos has an ability that states, I can, if adjacent enemy in Zaxos' frontal arc is attacked, he may make a 4 attack dice attack against the enemy. Now, it's not using any of his base attack, it's just a 4 attack dice attack. So let's see if we can hit this thing, because it is in my frontal arc, which is the 3 spaces right in front of him. Come on, extra damage. We got 3, that's fantastic. He's going to go down 1, 2, 3 to 6 health. That's really good. Zaxos is going to activate next, and he's just going to hit that guy. I get to roll 3 dice, and I did a total of 5 damage. That brings this guy down to 1. Wow, we're really taking care of these guys. I would like to mention, I've totally been forgetting about her sidestep when she has been getting attacked. I'll have to remember about that in the future. Drawing our next card, we have the Exalted Effigy is going to go. He's got like 1 final blow left in him. Before he does that, though, he does get to heal 2 on his activation. That's really not going to help him too much because everything we do does about more than 3 damage no matter what. Lowest magical defense, and it's going to do a same thing, a careful advance up to 3. Then with a magical attack of range 3, it does 4 dice and then 4 base damage and 2 attack dice. This is going to go against Fanny. He's already exactly where he needs to be to make this attack, so he's just going to fire it off. Let's roll up our 2 dice and see what we get. We got nothing, so he only did 4, but I'm going to roll my actual sidestep this time. Oh, and I sidestepped it, so nothing happened. And seeing that we're taking these guys down pretty easily, I am going to ignore Ilyathena's action this turn and just draw another AI card for the enemy here. We have the Lava Fiend. He is finally entering the battlefield. He's going to go after the person with the lowest magical defense. Place this creature on an unoccupied field adjacent to the attacker. Oh wow, that's just placed the target. Magical attack, range 1. 4 base damage and 3 attack dice. So let's take out this and put the Lava Fiend on the board right adjacent to Fanny. That token does not matter. We're just going to place our Lava Fiend out on the board here. Oh, where's the, I can place it in any unoccupied field adjacent to target. I'm going to put it right, no, I don't want to put it behind. What am I doing behind her? I'm going to put it right here. I think that'll be okay. That way he's not going to get the bonus of that. And since it's my idea of where I want to put it, I think that's going to be a great spot. We'll roll up 3 dice and see how we do. We got 2 specials. I don't think he has any specials. Nope, he only has stuff on defense, which he will assign 1 damage to an adjacent attacker on his defense. So he's only going to be able to do a total of 4, 5, 6 damage. That's it. Just 6 magic damage. Of course, she doesn't have any magical defense, but she does have an ability. She could potentially dodge this attack, and she does it again. Oh, wow. Fanny, you're on fire. Let's see if Ilyathena wants to come down and help her friends. She does. On a success, she's going to jump into the fray. She's going to come right down here, and she's going to take a shot. I think this is going to be the worst plan ever. She's going to be turning that way, and she's going to take a shot at this effigy, and she's going to kill it because she does a base damage of 2, and then she's just going to roll some dice, and it's not going to matter what she rolls because this thing, oh, it does have 3 health. So I do have to roll to see if we kill it. Oh, boy. And now that I think about it, I think that you're not supposed to activate the enemies. We shouldn't skip her turn because she doesn't have a turn until she jumps in. Look at all this. Those are all not only successes, I'm assigning damage. He doesn't have any defense to begin with, so he's going to be completely destroyed and taken off the board, doing 5 damage. Sorry, Effigy, for how much you're able to heal. You're still not able to keep yourself alive. Our 2 enemies are off the board. We'll move into our next enemy's turn, and all of our characters have activated, so we'll be able to do anything we want next turn. We got the Lava Fiend again. It's the farthest enemy. This places this creature in an unoccupied field. Wow, does this guy just teleport all over the board? This is pretty out of control. And it's going to have a magic attack, range 1, 4 base dice, and 3 attack dice. Wow. So he's going to be placed next to the farthest person. The farthest person is going to be one of these 2, but then it's going to go for the one with the lowest hit point, so it'll go right there. We'll roll 3 dice and see what happens. I got 2 successes, meaning I'm going to take a total of 6 damage, but I do have 2 magic defense, so we're only going to take 4. That does hurt a little bit. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. We're tied with the Lava Fiend. This might not be the best move on the planet, but he assigns 1 damage whenever he takes damage. And on defense, he'll be assigning 1 damage. So I want to move 1, 2, and then turn 3 like this and attack him with my magic attack. I do 4, we'll roll up the other 2, and I got 2 more. And on top of that, because this fired off, I'm able to heal him for 2. He is up to 12 health, and I did 6 magic damage. He does have 1 magic defense, meaning I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to right there, rounding the death curve. Oh no, this Lava Fiend might be going down. We'll draw our next card and see who it is. It's the Exalted Effigy. He's not around anymore. He's super dead. We're going to go with the Wildflower. He's also super dead. We'll see what the Lava Fiend's going to go next. Let's see what the, oh my gosh, look at the picture on that thing. Lowest magical defense, nearest. Careful advance 3, magic attack, range 3, 3 base damage, 4 attack dice. This attack also targets all enemies adjacent to the target. Oh my gosh, that's going to be terrible. Let's take a look at this. Again, our lowest magical defense is right here. 1, 2, 3. He's already in range. He does not have to move. And she's adjacent to her, so she's also going to get hit by this attack, which is 3 base damage. And now let's roll 4 dice. We roll 4 dice. We'll see how this goes. I got 2 damage against me, so I've taken a total of 5 magic damage. Ilyathena has 2 magic defense. She's going to take 1, 2, 3. Now, there's a chance she might not have to worry about this. I forgot I have to roll my dice here to see. Nope, she's totally going to take it all right to the face. She's going to take 5 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom, down to 16. That Lava Fiend needs to go. She's going to turn and attack just from right where she is. I think that'll be the best bet. She's going to be able to attack with 3 range. 1, 2, 3, just like that. Just like she got hit, he's going to hit her right back. Let's see how we do. I got a success. Boom! That's exactly what I needed. I didn't even think about it, but I needed that success in order to hit this. Because this Lava Fiend had 5 health left, I only did a 4 base with the extra hit. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The Lava Fiend is off the board. We'll take his little miniature and place it back onto his card, just like that. That leaves only the Horned Golem left. The Lava Fiend is not going to go. Our Horned Golem is going to move highest hit points. And it's going to advance 3, physical attack 2 and 2. And on attack, it's going to assign damage and it's going to have a special. It's going to stun. I don't think he's going to be able to get there. Let's check it out. His target is Zaxos. 1, 2, 3. He's not going to be able to get to him. That's as far as he can get. Zaxos is going to go next, and he's going to go 1, 2, 3. He can get to him, and he's going to smash him with his big giant mace. I guess it's actually a Morning Star now that I think about it. Yeah, it's a Morning Star. Let's hit him with the Morning Star. I get to roll 3 dice. Let's see what happens. I get a total of 3, so we did 6 damage, and this thing is going to be maimed, meaning it has -2 speed on its next activation. Funny thing is, this thing has 5 physical defense. Even though that's the best I possibly could have done, it's still only 1 damage. We'll draw our next card for the golem and see what we get. We got an Exalted Effigy. We've got Horned Golem. Enemy lowest physical defense nearest. Advance 3, physical attack, range 1, 3 base damage, and 2 attack dice. Oh, this is going to be absolutely perfect. Thanks to Zaxos, he has just saved somebody's life. Okay, I might have been a little dramatic on that one. I thought I was going to go after this one. No, this is the target right here. It's going at the person with the lowest physical defense, which is right here. She only has 1. Everybody else has 2. He can only move 1 because he's maimed. Iliathena gets to go. She's going to move 1, 2 to right here, and she has a range of 3. 1, 2, 3. She can target that creature. We'll roll up her 5 dice. This could be super special. This could be super sad. Let's roll them all inside the thing. It's super sad. I don't like super sad. Let's roll these dice again and get something a little bit better. That's not too bad. That's a total of 5 damage, but it's not going to do anything. I, of course, was hoping for the 2 specials because then I would have been able to assign the damage, meaning that I would have been able to get right past that defense, but sadly I didn't. So I didn't do anything to him. We'll draw his next card and see what it is. That's the Lava Fiend. Then we've got the Horned Golem. Self, halt, heal self for 4. If now at full HP, apply Stoic to self to gain +1 defense. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh, this guy's who I should have been targeting. Self halt. So it's not going to move. It's going to heal itself for 4. It's only taken a total of 1 damage, so it's now at full. If now at full, apply Stoic to self and gain +1 defense. Wow, so he's going to get +1. He has now 6 defense. I'm going to use this token to represent that. Is it the right one? That's okay. We'll put that right there. That's the end of his activation. We get to go next. He needs to turn around and just attack this guy. But I think he's going to wait. He's going to wait 1 turn. I'm going to turn Zaxos over there, and he's going to attack him first. I don't think this is going to go very well. I really honestly can't do any damage to him. There's a potential I could maim him, though. I lied. I'm going to use my taunt ability, which is going to taunt their battle cry, which is going to apply the taunt ability to all enemies within range 2. Taunt's pretty cool. Seekers and creatures with taunt must use their next attack against the taunter, removing the taunted token. Any damage, though, caused by the taunted or to the taunter will remove the taunted token. So I can't attack him or he's going to get the taunter token away, but it's not really going to matter because he's going to activate next and probably try to attack somebody. We do have these cool looking tokens here. One of them looks like a snorting bull, that's the taunter, and the one that does not have the token is the taunt-e, the one who's getting taunted, I guess you could say. We'll draw our last card, which hopefully is the Horned Golem. It is. I thought I had that. I thought I figured out the math on that one. It says nearest, lowest hit points. So it's funny. It would have attacked him anyway. It's the nearest person. It's going to do a range 1, 4 base damage, and 2 attack dice. At this point, I'm going to remove all the cards except for the Horned Golem from this deck. He will turn to face Zaxos and roll 2 dice. And he got 2 hits, so that means I'm going to take a total of 6 damage, meaning I'm going to block 2 with my defense and take 4. That's the first hit, 1, 2, 3, 4 on Zaxos. I'm going to remove our Taunter and Taunted tokens here because he activated. I'm going to turn this guy and fire from right where he is with his magic damage. Now he has 0 defense against this, but 6 against physical attacks. I get to roll 2 dice, and we got a special and a hit, so he's going to heal himself 2 again. He's up to 14. Wow, this guy's super good. I'm going to be able to do 6 magic damage to him. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 down to 11. We'll draw our Horned Golem card, and he got this attack. He's going to attack the person with the lowest physical defense. Now this time I'm not taunted anymore. He's going to advance 3, and he's going to do 3 base damage with 2 attack dice. Let's see if he can get there. He's not swift, but he's going after Iliathena, and Iliathena is right here. He's going to be able to move 1, 2, 3, just like that. He can sidestep all the way over there, and he's going to attack her with 3 base damage and 2 dice. We'll roll them up, and we got a total of 2 more hits. So we're going to take a total of 5 damage, minus 1 is 4. So we'll drop this 1, 2, 3, 4 to 15. Ilyathena actually is going to take one less. I forgot she is standing next to the terrain here. I'm going to turn her one and attack. She's about the only other person that can damage this guy, and she has to get 2 specials to do it. Ilyathena gets to roll 5 dice. I need 2 specials on this. Oh, I didn't get them. I only got 1. But you know what? This might still be enough. She does 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So she is going to do 1 damage, or I can pick all these dice up and roll them again. I don't think 1 damage is that great. I'm going to try to roll for those 2 specials. Let's see what we get. Oh, we didn't get the 2 specials, so we did nothing. Let's see what his next card is. It's the charge card. It's going to be the person with the highest hit points. Do 2 base damage and 2 attack dice, assign damage and stun. This horned demon is going to turn and charge. Let's roll up his 2 dice and see what he gets. He got nothing extra. So he's going to do 2 damage to Zaxos because he is actually assigning the 2 damage, and so the armor is not going to help. Sadly, Fanny's last, but she really can't do anything. She can only move 1, 2, 3, and she can make an attack from there if she wanted to, but she does 4 base damage and only 1 attack. She doesn't get anything when she does specials. She's sadly not that great right now. I almost want to try to put her in a way where maybe she can take some damage, but I think we're going to stop her right there. If he ever loses that defense, maybe I could actually get some damage through. Our horned golem is going to go next, and he got this horned golem smash. He's going to attack the nearest person, which he is already attacking. With the but then it's the lowest hit points. Okay, that's going to change things a little bit. Then it says physical damage or physical attack for 4 base damage and 2 attack dice. The priority is nearest. These are the nearest to him. He's then going to target the person with the lowest hit points. He's going to turn and attack Berlin. We'll roll our 2 dice and see what we get. We got 1 hit, so he's going to take a total of 5 damage. This is not assigning damage, so he does get to use his defense. 5 minus 2 is 3. 1, 2, 3. I know that he can get right through his armor, but I've got a back attack here with Ilyathena. I'm going to make the attack and hope that this sticks. I get my 5 dice. We're looking for 2 specials. I didn't see any specials. Let's roll those again, even though there's a lot of hits right there. I got the 2 specials. There they are. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that's assigned damage. So he's going to take it all. That was perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're rounding death's corner there. Hopefully we can get him. All right, it's time to draw a card. I know there's a heal card in there. There's a 50-50 chance of him healing. Come on, no healing, no healing, no healing. Horn, yes, this is not the healing card. It says enemy lowest hit points. That's going to be Berlin. I don't care. He's going to halt physical damage. He's going to assign 5 dice worth of damage, and he's going to assign 3 to himself. Oh, that's no good for you, Mr. Golem. I think I forgot to assign the 3 to him the first time he did this. So he's going to take 1, 2, 3, and then he's going to potentially do up to 5 damage with his attack. If Berlin even takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, he'll be at 6, meaning he's still there. Berlin then gets to attack. He can't do less than 4, so he's going to be able to take out this horned golem. I don't even have to play that out. That was awesome. Oh, this was the heal card right here. Oh, wow, super lucky. He would have healed 4 and continued attacking. But that's okay. We were able to take out all these guys. This fight actually went a lot better than I thought. I think it was because of the way these came out. He was actually the hardest one. I think if he would have been the first one out, or maybe not, because Berlin would have been able to take him with his magic attacks. I don't know. There were some these are really cool creatures. I like the way this one teleports around. This one does extra damage and heals sometimes with his life sink. This one's really cool. I'd like to see some more of his cards somewhere down the line. But that's it. We were able to defeat them all. Victory! After what seemed like an eternity, Ilyathena finally decided to join the others. She grabbed a hooded cloak from one of the spectators and dove over the wall before they could protest. When the last creature fell, she raised her hand in pretend celebration as she dragged Virulin back the way he entered the arena, trying to get out of sight as quickly as possible. Our reward? Multiplayer is now unlocked. Isn't friendship the best reward? It totally is. And you know what? What's better than playing games with friends? Because I was able to unlock this and it says friends are the best, I've got a special surprise coming up soon. I'm going to have Colin from the One Stop Co-op Shop. He's going to join me for a boss fight inside Wild Ascent. We are going to take on the boss of this entire arena. I think it will be an absolute blast. Please stay tuned and look forward to that. Let's continue on with this to see how it ends. The finale is called Seekers. You're lucky to be alive, you little garden gnome, Ilyathena said, pushing Berlin once she and the engineer were safely inside. She crossed her arms and looked down at him like he was dangerously close to being grounded. Who did you irritate to be thrown into that match? Verikla herself? The engineer adjusted one of the shoulder straps on the dragon-adorned backpack that was dislodged from the force of Ilyathena's shove. I didn't annoy anyone, he said, fiddling with a buckle. I volunteered to fight. Ilyathena's mouth dropped. You volunteered? she yelled, forgetting her current predicament. Her voice echoed all the way to the dungeons, but was thankfully drowned out by the rambunctious crowd outside. Zaxos stepped forward with Fanny, both looking rather pleased with themselves. "So are you free to leave the arena then?" he asked with interest. "After I collect my winnings, yes." Burlin removed his goggles and began polishing the thick glass lens as he talked. "You are welcome to share, of course. I did not ask for your help, but camaraderie is next to friendship." Burlin lowered his goggles and looked sideways at the ceiling. "No, wait, I'm sure that's how it goes." "Keep your money, little man," Zaxos said, smiling. "Join us, and you will see riches beyond your wildest dreams." "Wait a minute, you're Seekers?" Burlin said excitedly. "Are you inviting me into the wilds?" "Yeah, what do you say?" Burlin was lost in thought for a moment, straining his eyes, but looking at nothing. "I accept," he said finally. "Wait, can we put this to a vote or something?" Ilyathena asked. "Of course," Zaxos replied, smiling. "Fanny?" He's an excellent choice, my love. The mechanical magician has proven his worth." "I vote for myself as well," Burlin said happily, waving his hand in front of Ilyathena. Ilyathena stormed off in frustration. "I should have just stayed here," she said, throwing her hands in the air. "I can die now and avoid the walk." I don't know about you, but Ilyathena is a laugh riot. I have to stop every time I get done reading some of her stuff because it makes me laugh so much. Let's continue on. Burlin watched her take the stairs up at the end of the hall, careful to pull her cloak tightly closed. "Well then, that's settled. When do we leave?" Zaxos and Fanny took Burlin to the Oath Keepers. The next day, the three walked the markets to purchase supplies for their long expedition ahead of them. They met with several craftsmen and other guildfolk seeking potential candidates to aid them in maintaining their future encampment in the wilds. After a full day of walking, Zaxos and Fanny bid farewell to Burlin, returning to their hotel for one last night of privacy before their journey would begin. Burlin returned to his workshop, working late into the night on new gadgets and gizmos that would aid him and his new comrades in their hunt of monsters. The next morning, the Seekers packed their 2 carts with food and equipment and prepared to leave the Silver Stream. Ilyathena showed up shortly after dawn, helping the others load without saying a word. The party of 4, along with a handful of workers, 3 horses, and a donkey, began their journey just before midday, making their way to the northern gates. They were as prepared as they could be for the challenges ahead, but for every step one pushes into the wilds pushes back with all its unearthly might. And there you have it, our cart of supplies and them pushing into the wilds. That was the playthrough of Wild Ascent, the Prelude campaign. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this playthrough. I had a fantastic time playing through this Prelude campaign. It was really, really cool. And there is actually a campaign for the core game, which I might come to at one point. But this is really neat to see how these 4 characters all got to meet each other before they went to the wilds where the core game actually takes place. If you did enjoy the playthrough, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so we'll see you know when more content comes out. Also, please feel free to join my Patreon. The link for it is in the description of this video. On there, you can be able to help choose some of the games we play, what we paint, and even be able to help maybe name and decide who is going to be in the games that we're going to be playing. I do a lot of different campaign games, so it'd be really cool to have a lot of input from the community as to what and how we go about our thing. I'd like to thank the Patreon supporters I have right now. Their names are appearing up on the screen as we speak. This was a ton of fun. I really like the way this game plays. It's quick, it's fast, and it's really a lot of fun. I can't get enough of this game. It's absolutely a blast. Again, thank you so much for watching, and if you're excited to see what comes next, then I need you to meet me at the table.